Welcome to my food forest Memorial Weekend 2023. Everything has been planted. Everything has not been covered. I see some beautiful irises growing up by the house. Purple phlox. Some white bleeding hearts. House is looking lovely. Let's go around the edge. The hazelnut bush survived and has gotten bigger. Still have not gotten a hazelnut. More irises from Camille. And ooh, look at all those lupin heads this year. Oh, just starting to bloom. Can't wait. All along this side of my food forest, these raised beds along the bottom, very bottom, are russet potatoes. Right on the lip, all the way down, is chickpeas. And on the top, at every post, there are a mixture of wildflowers. And then in the middle, there's a mixture of a variety of peppers. So one panel will have jalapeno peppers, and one panel will have banana peppers, and one panel will have cayenne peppers, all the way down the road. Oh, here's something else I did end up buying at the food forest to try. I've never had before. They said they call it a hot banana pepper. We shall see what we shall see. As you can see here, cukes are in. I think I'm gonna back plant tomorrow in case anything should happen. We had a frost last night just a few miles away from here, so I lucked out that they even survived. May have helped that I got them in some straw. But from the cucumbers all the way around the other side, this length of my food forest, as you can see, hasn't been covered yet. Along the bottom are Yukon Gold potatoes, which, true confessions, are one of my favorites. And again, on the lip are, just like on the other side, are chickpeas all the way around. And I have on this whole length, all of the peppers are red Italia peppers. But I also, in these rings, have planted gladiolas. So all the rings all the way around have gladiolas. I planted a bunch, half a dozen in each ring, 3 a month ago and 3 this week. And each post I have watermelon and cantaloupe, but the frost hit them hard. I don't know if they survived. I did back plant, so who knows. So here's a chickpea that's doing a little better. So again, peppers and flowers and potatoes, watermelon and cantaloupe all along this bank until you come along this curve. And then you'll see my 3 sisters. So I have gorgeous pumpkins, which I also back planted, so I probably have too many. I started them indoors. And I also have scarlet runner beans. And I also have Indian gem corn. So that's what's growing along here. And then in this other little mini garden up against the fence, I have another hazelnut that's doing better. It's up to my chin versus my hips. I have some bleeding hearts and a whole bunch of irises because they're not up against the house with all that heat. They're a little behind the others. And of course, my beautiful Honeycrisp apple tree. I've planted dill twice, so there's different levels of maturity. This is my bergamot plant, which will get huge purple flowers. And now we're getting into my walking onions, and I don't even know what these are. They were given to me last year. What kind of onion? We shall see what we shall see. Sorry, can't resist taking a look at my... That's just 1 year planted. I'm so amazed. Even the people who sold it to me were amazed I got so many apples last year. This is my cilantro bed, which I've planted 3 times. So I always have cilantro. And another mini hazelnut. Oh, and here are the black raspberries. I told her that I moved over here for the first year to protect them from whatever ravaged them outside the fence. The blue barrel I've been using as a rain barrel. June 10th, I pick up an actual rain barrel and get to replace them. It'll have a spigot on it and everything. Can't wait. That's what I got myself for my birthday this year, a couple of rain barrels. But you can see the gardens all along the house are looking great. A mixture of irises and yellows and purples and whites. Just lovely. So let's take a walk around the center of the garden, and you can see here's my raised bed. This is my northern bed with lavage and thyme and sage and chive and parsley and basil and oregano and echinacea just waiting to blossom. And in here in this little garden, lovely, it's my Cortland apple, my favorite type of apple. The grasses I transplanted here last year survived. The holly I transplanted survived. So this little center garden looks good. Could use a little something something. I think I'll plant a sunflower seed at each one of those stumps. Just give a little color. So this is my westerly bed, and I have planted snowball onions all around, and under my crazy homemade trellis I'm planting cherry tomatoes. So you can see a gap here. A friend of mine's donating me cherry tomatoes. So then there's 2 yellow cherries, 2 brown cherries, 2 yellow cherries, and another gap for a Sweet 100. And down at this end I have echinacea, catnip, and one more echinacea. So this end should be pretty this year. The echinacea came up last year, but as always it's a biennial, so it didn't flower. This bed is my blueberries and daisies. Last year these daisies came up like half this size, and I didn't get a single flower. Now the greens are huge, still don't see a flower, and I wish I only planted half as many. So I'm gonna wait until they bloom and die back, and then I'm cutting half of these and moving them someplace else. Don't know about the blueberries because this gal isn't showing any flowers, whereas this one is. So I don't know if I'll be getting fruit on the other one or not. Oh yeah, I have to show you, let me walk around. As a gift this year, a friend of mine gave me some rhubarb. So that'll be good. This raised bed pointing due south has my low bush blueberries, which didn't do very well, unfortunately. You can see it also has potatoes around the bottom. And the asparagus, which is crazy. It's taller than me. I'm 5'5". So it is, it's the first year I harvested any. It was delicious. This is the purple variety. And my grapevine is just leafing out now. This is the Concord grapevine. So let's come around this side. And I've planted all kinds of crazy things around my pond, which I did finally finish, except for I need to clean it out and add my water feature. But I've planted some sunflowers around the edge. I need to cut them up and give them to my neighbors. I just wanted a few. Planted my gooseneck gourds down here underneath this structure, so it had something to climb on. You can see more sunflowers growing over the edge. In this bed also, potatoes at the bottom, asparagus at the top, and green grapes at the trellis. And this one blueberry plant didn't survive, and so they gave me a new one, which is huge. Compare this to the one they gave me last year. I don't think they're the same plant. Well, we'll see what happens. Hopefully I'll get some berries. And then there's just the center garden area, which right now is not blooming, but will be exploding in color shortly. Hope you enjoyed your little tour. Faith's Food Forest in front of Kathy's, in Kathy's front yard. Again, happy Memorial Weekend.